Do not mourn the person you once had to be just to survive. That version of you carried burdens that were never meant to last forever. You are stepping into a different season now, one marked not by fear, but by quiet confidence. This confidence is not built on pride or the approval of others. It comes from knowing that your steps are being guided and that your purpose is unfolding exactly as it should. You will begin to recognize what belongs in your life and what does not. The hesitation that once kept you trapped will slowly give way to wisdom. You have already paid the price for staying where you were not valued and investing your heart where it was never meant to remain. Those difficult lessons have shaped you, but they no longer define your future. Remember how I have always worked throughout history. I have never searched for the strongest, the wealthiest, or the most admired. I have always looked for willing hearts.
Thank you for being here with me.
I meet ordinary people in ordinary places, and I transform their lives in extraordinary ways. I know your name, your story, and every silent prayer you have whispered. You do not need to become someone else before I draw near to you. I am meeting you exactly where you are. As you move forward, remain spiritually awake. The greatest danger is not failure. It is drifting through life without noticing the quiet ways I am working around you. Pay attention to the small moments. Every day carries evidence of my presence, even when you cannot immediately see the results. There will be mornings when your emotions tell you that nothing has changed. On those days, do not build your life on feelings. Feelings rise and fall like the tide, but my promises remain firm. Stand on what you know to be true rather than what you happen to feel in the moment. There will also be moments when my hand becomes unmistakably clear. You may choose to share those testimonies with others, but remember that some blessings are deeply personal. Not every miracle needs an audience. Some are sacred reminders of the relationship we share. Do not believe that your past years were wasted. Every season had a purpose. Even the years spent simply holding on required courage that few people ever see. I witnessed every tear, every prayer, every sacrifice, and every step you took when giving up would have been easier. Nothing was meaningless. The peace that is growing within you will begin to influence those around you. Your strength will become a source of hope for your family, your friends, and those who look to you without even realizing it. The prayers you have faithfully offered for others are being answered in ways you cannot yet fully understand. Soon you will look back and realize that the breakthrough you were waiting for had already begun long before you recognized it. That is often how I work, quietly, patiently, and faithfully, until one day the evidence becomes impossible to ignore. Walk into your home with expectation. Let your words reflect faith instead of fear. Believe that I am protecting what I have entrusted to you. You are not walking into an empty future. You are walking into a future I have already prepared. I never promised that your path would be free from challenges. What I have promised is my presence. You will not face tomorrow alone. I will provide what you need when you need it, strengthen you when you grow weary, and remain beside you through every season. Receive what I am placing into your hands without fear. Do not reject blessings because you are afraid they might disappear. Do not shrink your dreams because disappointment once visited your life. This is a new season. Open your hands, receive with gratitude, and move forward with faith. The waiting is coming to an end, not because you earned it through perfection, but because the time has arrived. I have prepared the way before you. Now step forward with confidence, trust my guidance, and live each day believing that I am with you, today and always. Do not allow yesterday's disappointments to become the standard by which you judge tomorrow's opportunities. The future I am leading you toward cannot be measured by the pain you have already experienced. Every closed door, every unanswered question, and every delayed answer has prepared you to recognize the blessing that is now approaching. There is a peace I am placing within you that the world cannot explain. It will remain steady even when circumstances seem uncertain. Others may wonder why you are no longer shaken by every challenge, but they cannot see the work I have been doing in your heart. What they call confidence is really trust. What they see as courage is the result of knowing that you are never walking alone. Be patient with the process. Growth is often invisible before it becomes undeniable. Just as a seed develops beneath the soil long before anyone sees the first green leaf, I have been working beneath the surface of your life. The roots are growing stronger than you realize. When the season of visible fruit arrives, it will stand because it was built on a solid foundation. Do not compare your journey with anyone else's. Every life unfolds according to a different purpose. What I have entrusted to another person is not a measure of what I have planned for you. Your calling is unique, and the timing of your life has been carefully arranged. Trust that what is meant for you will arrive at the right moment, not too early and never too late. When fear whispers that you are not enough, remember who has been walking beside you all this time. I have seen your hidden battles, your silent prayers, and the sacrifices no one else noticed. Nothing has escaped my attention. Every act of faith, every moment of obedience, and every decision to keep going has been remembered. The road ahead may still include challenges, but you no longer have to carry them alone. When your strength feels limited, my strength will sustain you. When your wisdom falls short, I will guide your next step. You do not need to see the entire path before taking the next faithful step. Guard your heart from bitterness. Forgiveness is not about pretending the pain never happened. It is about refusing to let the pain decide your future. Release what has been weighing you down. You cannot receive new blessings while your hands remain tightly closed around old wounds. Lift your eyes with expectation. There are opportunities preparing to meet you, relationships that will strengthen you, and doors that will open at the right time. Some of the prayers you thought had been forgotten are closer to fulfillment than you can imagine. Continue to walk faithfully, continue to trust, and continue to believe even when you cannot yet see the full picture. The story of your life is still being written. The chapters behind you have shaped you, but they do not define the ending. The greatest testimony is often born from the greatest perseverance. One day you will look back and understand why every delay, every challenge, and every unexpected turn was necessary. So move forward today with quiet confidence. Let gratitude replace anxiety, hope replace fear, and faith replace doubt. I am already in the days ahead of you, preparing what you cannot yet see. Walk with courage, live with purpose, and remember this truth whenever uncertainty tries to return. You are guided, you are protected, you are deeply loved, and you are never alone. As you continue forward, you will discover that true transformation rarely announces itself with great noise. More often, it arrives quietly, one faithful step at a time. The person you are becoming is not shaped by a single moment, but by countless decisions to trust when you could not see, to remain hopeful when circumstances offered no reason, and to keep moving even when the path seemed uncertain. Do not underestimate the power of small acts of obedience. A single choice made in faith can open doors that years of striving could never unlock. The world celebrates dramatic victories, but heaven often celebrates quiet faithfulness.
Thank you for being here with me.
The prayers whispered in private, the kindness shown when no one is watching, and the integrity you maintain when it would be easier to compromise. These things are never overlooked. Every faithful step becomes part of a foundation that cannot easily be shaken. There will be seasons when answers come quickly, and there will be seasons when silence stretches longer than you expected. Do not mistake silence for absence. Even when you cannot hear my voice, my hand is still guiding your life. I have never stopped working on your behalf. Some of the greatest blessings require time because they are being prepared with care. If they arrive too soon, you would not yet have the strength to carry them. When uncertainty surrounds you, return to what has already been proven. Remember every time you were sustained through difficulty, every unexpected provision, every door that opened at exactly the right moment, and every burden that became lighter after you placed it in my hands. Your history is filled with reminders that you have never been abandoned. Let those memories strengthen your confidence for what lies ahead. There will be people who misunderstand your peace. They may think you have become indifferent when, in reality, you have simply learned where your security comes from. You no longer need every answer immediately. You no longer need everyone's approval. Your identity is not determined by applause or criticism. It is rooted in something far deeper than the changing opinions of people. Protect that peace. Do not surrender it to unnecessary arguments, endless worry, or voices that constantly speak fear. Be careful about what you allow into your heart and mind. The thoughts you nurture today will influence the direction of your tomorrow. Fill your mind with truth, your words with hope, and your actions with love. The atmosphere you create within yourself will shape the atmosphere around you. I am teaching you to recognize opportunities that once passed unnoticed. What used to appear as ordinary may soon reveal itself as extraordinary. A simple conversation, an unexpected invitation, or a seemingly small decision could become the beginning of something far greater than you imagined. Remain attentive. Walk with expectation instead of fear, because I often work through moments that others would easily overlook. Do not allow past disappointments to convince you that every new beginning will end the same way. Your future is not trapped by your past. What happened before may have taught you valuable lessons, but it does not possess the authority to determine what happens next. Each new day carries fresh mercy, fresh wisdom, and fresh opportunities that were not available yesterday. When you grow tired, remember that rest is not weakness. Even the strongest hearts need moments of stillness. There is strength to be found in quiet places where your spirit can be renewed. You do not have to prove your worth through constant striving. Your value has never depended on how much you accomplish. It has always rested in who you are and whose you are. Soon you will notice that your conversations have changed. Where fear once filled your words, hope will begin to take its place. Where doubt once controlled your decisions, wisdom will quietly lead the way. Those around you may not understand what has changed, but they will notice the difference. Your life will become a testimony that peace is possible even in uncertain times, and that hope can remain alive even when circumstances have not fully changed. Do not rush what is unfolding. Every chapter has its purpose. Every delay has its lesson. Every victory carries a preparation that often remains hidden until the right moment. Trust the process, even when you cannot yet understand it. The author of your story has never lost sight of the ending, and every page is leading toward a purpose greater than you can currently see. So keep your heart open, your hands ready, and your eyes lifted with expectation. Continue walking faithfully, one day at a time. The road before you is being prepared even now. The strength you need will arrive when you need it. The wisdom you seek will be given at the proper time. And the peace that has begun to settle within you will continue to grow until it becomes a steady light that guides both your life and the lives of those around you. Move forward with confidence. Not because every question has been answered, but because you know the one who holds every answer. Trust the journey, embrace the season you are in, and never forget that every faithful step you take today is preparing you for the greater purpose waiting just ahead. Before this message comes to an end, I want you to carry one final truth with you. Do not leave this moment believing that these words were meant only to encourage you for today. Let them become a reminder for every tomorrow that follows. There will be days when life feels light and full of promise, and there will be days when questions return. In both seasons, choose to remember this. Your circumstances may change, but God's faithfulness does not. You are not defined by your hardest season. You are not limited by your greatest failure, nor are you disqualified by the mistakes you still regret. Grace has always been greater than your past, and hope has always been stronger than your fear. The journey ahead is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming faithful, one step at a time, one decision at a time, one day at a time. You are being shaped into the person you were created to be. When you wake tomorrow morning, do not begin your day by counting everything that is missing. Begin by remembering everything that has already been given to you. There is breath in your lungs, purpose within your heart, and a future that is still unfolding. Gratitude has the power to change the way you see your life. It reminds you that even in seasons of waiting, you have never been forgotten. There will be people who come into your life to encourage you, and there will be others who misunderstand your journey. Bless them both. Do not allow resentment to take root where peace is trying to grow. The strongest heart is not the one that never gets hurt. It is the one that refuses to stop loving, refuses to stop hoping, and refuses to stop believing that light will always overcome darkness. Keep your focus on what truly matters. Invest your time in what builds your character, strengthens your faith, and deepens your love for others. The world will always offer distractions, but purpose is found in faithfulness. The quiet moments of kindness, the unseen acts of generosity, and the prayers spoken when no one else is listening often leave the greatest impact. Do not be afraid to dream again. Some dreams were delayed, but they were not destroyed. Some doors closed because they were leading you away from what was meant for you. Trust that every ending has prepared the way for a better beginning. What seems like a detour today may one day become the very path that leads you to your greatest testimony. Walk with humility, but never with insecurity. Be confident, not because of your own strength, but because the one who called you is faithful. You do not need to carry tomorrow's burdens today. You only need enough faith for the next step. As each new day arrives, fresh strength will come with it. Never forget the power of hope. Hope is not wishful thinking. It is the quiet confidence that God is still working, even when you cannot yet see the outcome. It gives you courage to continue, patience to endure, and peace to rest while the answers are still on their way. If this message has spoken to your heart, don't let it end as just another video you watched. Let it become something you live. Return to these truths whenever fear tries to convince you to give up. Read them again when doubt grows louder than faith. Share them with someone who needs encouragement. Sometimes the words that heal another person's heart begin by strengthening your own. As you leave this moment, go with confidence. Walk into your home with gratitude. Walk into your work with integrity. Walk into your relationships with kindness. Walk into your future with faith. You do not have to know every detail of what lies ahead to trust the one who walks beside you. May your heart remain steady when life is uncertain. May wisdom guide your decisions, peace guard your mind, and hope fill every corner of your soul. May you find the courage to keep moving forward, the patience to trust God's timing, and the joy to celebrate every blessing, no matter how small it may seem. Thank you for spending these moments with us. If this message encouraged you, consider sharing it with someone who may need hope today. Your support helps us continue creating faith-filled content that reaches people around the world with encouragement, comfort, and truth. Until we meet again, may God's grace go before you, His peace remain within you, and His love surround you every step of the way. No matter where life takes you, remember this: you are seen, you are valued, you are deeply loved, and you are never alone. God bless you, and may your days ahead be filled with faith, courage, and unshakable hope.